Welcome back to Bespoke Addict. I've got a nice pair of suede George Cleverley here, which I'm actually going to sell, but they're rather sort of dusty. They're not particularly sort of filthy, they're just very dusty, and they need shampooing. And they've been stored without trees, so they've curled up. So I'm actually going to push the trees in because the skins are going to get very wet. I don't want them getting wet without trees in them. But pop the tight trees in, because the skins are going to get wet. It will dry nice and straight. They should have been stored with trees, but I just don't have as many trees as I have shoes. So it can be difficult. And the ones I don't wear all the time, I can be guilty of leaving them. So just a clothes brush, actually, just to take away the worst of the dust. And that's it, really. And people are frightened of shampooing suede or buckskin, and they tend to be rather timid, but it's one of those things. If you're going to do it, do it. Don't go half measures by sort of just damping them slightly and only giving them perhaps half a rub. So I'm just literally just taking off the dust here that shouldn't be on them. If they were stored in bags, in shoe bags, they wouldn't be covered in dust, but there's no real harm in them. And I'll probably singe the skins with a lighter afterwards. So I'm just going to pop this bit of card down, because this is not an ideal position to be spraying. And this is just the aerosol. I'll almost definitely, when I've shampooed them, scrubbed them, where's my other brush? It's behind me. That's been washed recently with shampoo. Any little, when you brush up the nap, sometimes it's got longer fibres, so I'll sort of singe those long fibres off with a match. But I'm going to go at these quite heavily. Just give them a real good dousing, a really good rub. Just try and get it done in one go. I'm not going to be timid. Oh, excuse me. I'm not doing this in a very good location. It should be better ventilated, and it'd be a lot better if I wasn't doing it in the window of a shop, but I am. I just want to get this well on camera. So, yeah, ideally, I'll be doing it in the kitchen or something. Somebody just coming in. I'm just going to carry on. But oh, excuse me, I am choking on the vapours because, as I say to you, the location that I'm choosing to film is ridiculous. There we go. But it's just a toothbrush is perfectly good. You can use a toothbrush, a softish, softish toothbrush, maybe even a harder one if they are quite dirty. I think I did some spectators last week, and I used a toothbrush. This is that's literally it. There's nothing more to this. Nothing more to cleaning suede than what you see me doing here. It looks a bit rough, it looks a bit brutal, but no harm will be done to these skins at all. And that is it. Because they're not particularly dirty, they're just dusty, that's enough to refresh them. I'm not worrying about the nap. The nap will be squashed and hard, that's a given. But when that dries completely, I'll dress the nap up afterwards. And I expect when I dress the nap, the fibres will become a little bit long, and I'll just singe that with a lighter or a match. So anyway, one more douse on this one. I'll try not to breathe the vapours in. That's it. As I say to you, I am going to sell this pair. They're lovely, but they don't get used, and that's why they're lying about covered in dust. If I'd have been wearing these more regularly, I'd have stored them in better conditions. But these will freshen up beautifully. They'll look really quite new. So yeah, and that's it. And that will take at least 24 hours to dry. Keep the tight trees in them. It'll pull all the wrinkles out, and I'll keep the trees in whilst I brush up the nap. But it will take at least 24 hours for that to dry. And it's quite a quick job, and it looks quite aggressive going in hard with a brush covered in foam, but there will be no damage to these skins whatsoever. They will just be refreshed, clean, dust-free, and an even colour. Look forward to seeing them, but I'm not going to wear them. I'm going to sell them.
Okay. So do you want it back?